What does an entire cow made of butter, the Freedom Fuel Network, and a couple climbing to the top of the Empire State Building have in common? They're all this morning on the 10-minute commute. Stick around. We start each morning with our question of the day. Today's question for you: how late is too late to set off fireworks? How late is too late to be setting off fireworks in your own neighborhood? Top story today, the Freedom Fuel Network. Yesterday, President Trump announced that there was 25 stations in the Philadelphia area that would be reducing prices for July the 3rd. He called it the Freedom Fuel Network, and he put up an AI picture of a gas station that doesn't exist. And of course, everybody right away went to and said, this doesn't exist. And even I did. I looked and tried to find any gas stations called Freedom Fuel, and they didn't exist at all. And finally, I found a website called the Freedom Fuel Network, and there was a countdown. And it was going to start this morning. So I came this morning to that website, took a look at it. There are 25 stations listed there, and that's it. There is no gas prices there. There is no more information of any kind, although they will ask you for your email if you'd like more information. And that's it. A list of 25 gas stations. And what's going on with them? I don't know. And I don't know if this existed before he spoke or after he spoke, but it exists now. On this day in history, today was the last day of the Battle of Gettysburg, which yesterday was the first day. So I've learned that means the Battle of Gettysburg was 2 days long. Samuel de Champlain founded Quebec City, which is the center of the French-speaking part of Canada. He founded that in 1608. I guess I should have said the Gettysburg date too, 1863, by the way. And then on this day in 1985, one of the biggest movies ever debuted in theaters, and that was Back to the Future. Second big story today is travel. We talked a little bit about this yesterday. Today, it has been confirmed a crazy amount of people are traveling this weekend. In fact, a record number confirmed traveling this weekend. We've got 72 million Americans are traveling this weekend between Thursday and back on Sunday. 72 million, 19 million airline passengers flying this weekend. That is a record by far for 4th of July weekend. Of course, if you combine 4th of July falling on a weekend, the weather, the America 250, all of that stuff together, that's why. Sports time, not a lot going on in sports today. The Cubs were off, the Cardinals were off, and the White Sox with a loss yesterday. Wimbledon underway. We haven't really talked about Wimbledon yet. You kind of wait for that to get exciting. Well, it is starting to get exciting. 15 Americans have advanced. It's the most ever in Wimbledon's history, and so maybe we'll get to root on some Americans during Wimbledon this year. A third big story today, a couple climbed to the absolute tower of the Empire State Building, all the way up the, actual, antenna, and I'm freaking out just thinking about it. Climbed all the way to the top, unveiled a banner that said, let me read it, I want to get it exactly right. When the power of love beats the love of power, the world knows peace. When the power of love beats the love of power, the world knows peace. And I got to tell you, I'm rooting this couple on. Awesome. And then they ended that by the guy getting down on one knee and asking the lady that climbed to marry him, and she said yes. And that is an inspiring story. And it was, I guess, two Russians, but boy, it feels American to me. I think it's pretty cool that it happened. And I know they're in big trouble, and I still like them. Dumb criminal story today. A man stole a car from a construction site, tried to run over the guy who actually owned the truck. Ended up, they stopped the truck. The guy got out, he ran, and thought he could get away by hiding in a porta potty. And they all saw him go in there. So the cops came and arrested him once they got him to come out of the porta potty. Joke of the day. Last night I accidentally swallowed some fireworks. I'm okay. Just every time that I hiccup, the neighbors applaud. Looking at the weather forecast for today and, of course, 4th of July weekend. Today's still a hot one, 89 degrees expected. Chance of rain, maybe thunderstorms today. Tomorrow, a little bit cooler. We're going to see a high about 86. Sunday, a little bit cooler as well, a high about 85. Still a chance of rain, actually, each one of those days. So let's hope our fireworks don't get rained out. At the same time, let's hope those fireworks don't go too late and freak out all our pets. So that's what happens here on my household. And for today's last story, a story we call The Last Mile. As of today, they are moving the butter cow to the state fair. Illinois State Fair 1 month away, and if you're aware of it, every year they put together a cow sculpture made entirely of butter. 500 pounds of butter. What is it used for? I don't know. It's a silly thing they've been doing over 100 years. But it's done, and it's en route to the state fair. And if you've never seen the butter cow, apparently it is a sight to behold. I have never seen the butter cow, but I may need to make my way there just to see it. And I did read, this is kind of gross. I did read when I was reading about the butter cow that they reused the butter to make other sculptures after the butter cow is done. And it's kind of gross, right? That's it for today. I thank you so much for joining me. Have a great 4th of July weekend, and join me again Monday on the 10-Minute Commute. And by the way, be kind to somebody today.